Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video tutorial on our new unit of Abstract Expressionism. First, I want to review content from last time. Last time we met, it was your job to show me that you have found all the new resources, which includes the slideshow presentation, the new Google form, the spreadsheet, and it was your job to snapshot that portrait, that morphing portrait on the second page of the slideshow and upload that to your daily participation form. Now, if you are not yet done with your animations and your artist statement, that is priority. What we're going to be doing this week is optional for those who are not done with the last project. In other words, if you're not done with the video game design challenge, you do not have to do this. Keep finishing up the animations and the artist statement. However, if you are done with the video game design challenge, then I do want you to work on the Abstract Expressionist unit. So now we're going to be talking about the next project. The next project is Abstract Expressionism. Artists from this era responded to the devastation of World War II and thought that art should express feelings rather than images of the real world. They focused and relied on instinct, impulse, and chance. The artwork they created was heavily abstract, which means they created artwork that was not visually referencing something's physical appearance. In other words, they purposely tried to make things not look like reality. They used shapes, lines, and colors. And they thought that was more important than representation or what something actually looked like in reality. Now we're going to be looking at several different abstract expressionist artists throughout this week. The first one's name is Mark Rothko. Mark Rothko was a Russian-American painter who was born in 1903 and died in 1970. The artwork that he created was known as color field, and it focused on the relationships between colors. He used huge, enormous canvases, and as you can see in the image here, his canvas here is much taller and larger than he is. He used tones darker and lighter than the dominant hue. In other words, he played around with the relationships of colors to see how they could trick the eye and evoke emotion. Now he used mostly analogous color schemes, and this is a review from the last unit. Analogous colors are sets of colors that are similar in appearance and related to each other. They're also located next to each other on the color wheel. So now let's look at some different examples of analogous color sets. This first example is red-orange, orange, and yellow-orange. You can see all these are very similar in appearance when you look at them visually. The next example is yellow-green, green, and blue-green. Again, all very similar in appearance. And finally, example of red-violet, violet, and blue-violet, all very similar. And again, all these are next to each other on the color wheel. Now let's look at some non-examples. These colors are not right directly next to each other on the color wheel. There's gaps between those, and they're two different. Another example are the primary colors. Those are one of the most extreme differences you can get between colors. Those are non-examples. So do not do these last two examples. So here's some examples of Mark Rothko's paintings. These are mostly cool color sets. Again, of course, they're analogous. They use purples, blues, and other shades of those cooler colors. So your assignment for today is to Google search Mark Rothko. You're going to be looking at different examples of his artwork, read through different articles, just kind of explore what the web has to offer for that initial search. You can also go to images, so you're looking at just works of his art. So look through all the different hues, examples of analogous colors, geometric shapes, and different types of color patterns that he used. Once you've found one that you like, please take a snapshot of it. It could be the inspiration for your work tomorrow, but does not have to be. So that does it for another Abstract Expressionist video tutorial. Again, you're only doing this activity this week if you are done with your video game design challenge. If you're not done with your animations or your artist statement, I want that to be done first. That is your priority, and you will be exempted from this week's activity. If you are done with all your previous work, then all you have to do is take a snapshot of Mark Rothko's work from a Google search. As always, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to email me or pop in on office hours daily, 1 to 2 p.m. Work hard, have fun, do your best quality work.